Thank y'all for tuning in. It's the AV Experience Podcast. I am your host, AV. And today we have an in-house guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Selina Campbell.
Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming through. Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And today's topic, we're going to talk about, what did I tell you? A single female, what you want as a single female in a man.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
All right.
So in order to get that out the way, we need to know who we are talking to.
Absolutely.
So tell us about yourself. What makes you you?
Oh, my goodness. I guess so many things. I've always been a free spirit. So I was born in Chicago, raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I left there when I was about 21, 22, escaping from my marriage. Moved to Ohio for about 4 years.
Okay.
Then I went back to Arizona, still trying to figure myself out. And then I moved to Chicago, lived there. I moved back home, lived there maybe about 3 months. It was cold, and I really wasn't happy, and I said, let me give North Carolina a try. My sister was down here at the time, and she just made it seem like it was the place to be, I guess, because I was getting older. I wanted to, settle roots. I had 2 small kids at the time, and I was tired of bouncing my babies around. So I said, okay, it's time to, settle your life. So I moved here in 2010. Been here ever since. I've always been a very loving, nurturing person, loved kids. So when I moved here, I wanted to open up a daycare.
Okay.
It was going to be an hourly daycare where I could provide mothers, especially single mothers, with hourly child care for their children, because I noticed that it was a lack of child care here. And I wanted to work with low-income parents, those young mothers who needed to maybe go to school, doctor's appointment, things of that nature.
Okay. So
then I started to get settled in here with that. And that's a long story, but that's really who I am. I'm a loving, nurturing person, free spirit. I don't know what I'm going to do from day to day, and I'm really looking for more, to be more settled in my life.
Okay, so that was a lot to unpack.
Yes.
Between Arizona and Chicago?
Yes. Ohio as well.
Oh, and Ohio. Okay. So I heard you say that you were escaping a marriage. What does that mean?
Well, I got married young. I came from...
How young is young?
19. Okay. I was 19 at the time. I came from a 2-parent household, raised with mom and dad. So that's what I wanted for my life. Okay. And I know this may sound bad, but I never wanted to be a baby mama. Okay. I wanted to build a family. I knew that's what I wanted. So I got married to my first love. And we conceived my daughter out of love. You know what I mean? Because that's what I wanted. But as I got older and into the marriage, we were both young. It was very violent. And that's why I left. Okay.
So that was one daughter. You said you had 2 children?
I have 2. When I moved to Ohio, I met my son's father. Okay. We had dated briefly, and that pregnancy had happened quickly. Okay. Again, I was young. I was probably like 22 at the time. My daughter, she had maybe just turned 1. Okay. I got pregnant with him. That didn't last too long. Okay. 2 men, 2 children? Correct.
At a young age?
Yes.
Kind of young. I had a couple on here that met at 16 and they started. And they're still going strong.
Wow, so. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Ohio, Arizona, Chicago.
Correct.
All of these places are filled with men.
Yes.
So what are you looking for in a man? I mean, as an adult, let's skip, to let's say about 30. I'm gonna say 30. I should say 25 because females supposedly mature faster than males. So let's ride with 25.
25. I was more focused on my children.
Okay.
So I wanted to be careful on what type of man that I met, and also knowing that I had 2 children by 2 different men, I didn't want no more kids either.
Okay.
Because let's just say I do get married, regardless what you say, it's still 3 baby daddies if I had another children, because unfortunately marriage isn't guaranteed.
That's right.
So I knew I didn't want any more kids, and so that was kind of hard, because at 25 he might want some kids.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's still considered young.
Yeah.
For both of you.
So who am I to tell that man or deprive him of having children? So yeah, I was looking for a very particular type of man.
And you couldn't find him out of those 3 states?
I probably could have if I tried. I'm a very introverted personality. People think I like to talk. People think I'm, an introvert, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm very much a homebody.
So you are an introvert. You're not an extrovert.
Correct.
Okay. Now, how could that be? Because I watched. let's move forward.
Go ahead.
A few more years.
Yes.
How old are you now?
I'll be 45 on the 27th.
Okay. Let's move forward to 35. 35 years old. Your children are young. Well, they're still young teenagers now, right?
Something like that.
Okay.
My daughter, yeah.
So, in the meantime, in between time,
Yes.
25 and 35, they're in school. You mean to tell me you was focused on them and no other dudes in the picture?
So I did. So when I moved out here, I celebrated my dirty 30th. So I did meet a gentleman.
Okay.
He had no kids.
Okay.
He didn't want any kids, made that very clear.
Okay.
I started dating him at 30. And that was a 10-year relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, almost a 10-year relationship.
So he didn't want any children.
He didn't want to be married either.
And not married. So why would you engage in that type of relationship?
To be honest with you, he provided structure for me.
Okay.
He helped provide structure for my children, which I wanted.
Okay.
I had a young daughter and a son, and to me, I like to have masculine energy around my children. Okay. Someone who can help guide them, and I can help during the nurturing, have a healthy balance.
Okay. And
he was good for that. He was really good for that. But he made it clear that he never wanted to be married. And I held on thinking I can change him, or one day he might change his mind. If I love him enough, he'll eventually marry me. But no, he meant what he said, and I can't be mad at him.
That's right. So he was up front with you.
Absolutely. Always been up front.
So what about you? Were you up front with him?
I was, because I always said that's what I wanted, but he always said that's what he wanted. So it was me, because I stuck in there hoping that things would change. Okay,
so a 10-year at 30, so now you're 40, right? All right, 40. How did your children, did he get along with your children? He said he didn't want children, but did he?
He absolutely did get along with children. So he is older than me, so he had a lot of different relationships where he was a stepfather, as you say. So he was used to being around women with children.
Okay, all right. Was he faithful? Were you faithful?
I was faithful.
Okay.
I thought he was faithful, but to be honest with you, if he wasn't, it probably didn't bother me. I'll just be honest with you. I don't go looking for trouble. Okay. So if he was, I would have never known, because he was very respectful. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's kind of old school. I hear about that all the time. Older gentlemen take care of the household, and extra, the plus size, and that's. I guess he held it down if he took care of your household, and if he was doing somebody else, I guess. Yeah, I would have never known. Well, and okay, so if you had known, So there did come a time where I did know something. But was it in your face? Because you said it wasn't in my face. I went looking for it. You just said you don't go looking for it. Right. Okay. I went looking for it. Okay. And so the only reason why I did, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I kind of knew that he liked this young woman. Okay. And I could tell he liked her a little more than I wanted him to.
Okay.
And I would see her around town. So I'm like,
what town is this? This
here? And so I was like, man, I just can't sit here and just be quiet knowing that I see this lady. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ain't that foolish.
Okay.
And so I think that was really the nail in the coffin to say, he really ain't gonna give you what you want, Selina. So like, what you staying for?
Okay. So you broke it off.
Yes.
After 10 years. So after the 10 years, 40, you said you was 45. Mm-hmm. In between that time, have you sought another relationship?
So I've been single for the past 5 years.
Okay.
I've dated, but nothing serious.
Okay. And your religious background, what does that look like?
Oh, that has been a journey within itself. First of all, I never grew up in the church. Okay. My parents were never religious people.
Okay.
Although my father's background is Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So if anything, it would probably have been that.
Okay.
But we really didn't. I didn't grow up in religion. So any religion that I did, I sought out myself.
Gotcha. Okay, but having a 2-parent household, you were introduced to Christianity. So they didn't speak about it, never went to a Kingdom Hall, none of that?
None of that. If anything, it was my parents' friend. We used to call them Sister Sullivan and Brother Sullivan. I used to spend the night and spend a lot of time with them. If anything, they introduced me to the church.
Okay.
But not my parents.
Well, the reason I asked you about the church is because most black people in the South are introduced to Christianity.
I noticed that when I moved here.
Yeah. So, and that's where they get their, the women get their guidelines from as far as how to be a wife, and the men go along with it. So that's why I asked you about your religion.
Oh, okay.
So now what did you gravitate to? Do you subscribe to a religion?
So, like you said, moving to the South, it opened up my eyes to Christianity. Okay. And how much this is a Bible state and how much everybody believes in Christianity, right? So moving out here, I did try to find myself through the church. Been through a lot of different churches, and my work, the work that I do in the community, I had aligned myself with a lot of pastors, right? So I joined a couple of churches, and I really tried to go that route, but the more I was around these different people of faith, it kind of disappointed me. Okay. And I had been one of my longtime friends. He is a Muslim. He's part of the Nation of Islam. He's a fruit. He's part of the Nation. FOI. Thank you. And so I've always seen how they interacted, right? And I always admired that. So if I was going to choose any type of religion, it was either going to be Jehovah's Witness, because they also go hard with theirs, and Islam. But I more gravitated to Islam because I like their discipline. I like that they believe in self-development. I like a lot of practices that they do. And so that's what made me gravitate, and I'm new in it, and that's what made me gravitate more to the Nation of Islam. Okay, so you visit a mosque? Yes, I go every Sunday. I've been going for about 4 months now. I also used to do that too. And I know how it operates, basically. It's a sisterhood, one. I mean, it's basically a sisterhood and a brotherhood. You mean to tell me out of all of those strong black brothers, you still haven't come across one? Or, well, they usually approach, so. Right, and so when I decided, so I knew I wanted to be serious about dating, right? And so when I said, Selina, it's time to get serious about dating, I said, well, let me try to. I always been a very spiritual person. That's another thing. I didn't want to subscribe to a religion, a religion. But I said, well, that's fine. But sometimes spirituality needs like some discipline behind it. Right. And so I said, well, let me choose. Let me kind of choose where I want to go. So I said, let me choose the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
But when I started going, I didn't want to just go to just find a mate either.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to work on myself. I know I need some self-improvement, so I kind of wanted to work on myself before just trying to go straight at trying to find me a brother in the Nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you are right now?
Correct.
Well, that's usually attractive to men that go to women that go hard on themselves and seeking discipline and structure and all of that stuff. What about your children? Are they in the mosque too?
So my children are now adults. My daughter she'll be 22 and she moved to Texas.
Okay.
And my son is 19 and he's currently in college and he'll be going off to the university in August. So they're both grown and I want them to decide. They're very spiritual as well, but I want them to decide what direction they want to go in terms of religion.
Okay. Not looking for a man, but if you were, what qualities does he have to possess?
So with the work that I do, and this is why I want to be very strategical.
Well, what kind of work you do?
Well, first of all, I'm a tutor for Union County Public School. I'm a math tutor in an elementary school.
Okay.
And then outside of education, I do a lot of work in the community. A lot of work in the community.
Right. I'm familiar. That's, yeah.
And that was another problem in my last relationship. He didn't like the fact, he said I didn't give him enough time because I was so involved, and my children were young in time, so I was so involved in my children and the community. He was like, you ain't got no time for me.
Okay.
So that's why this time I want to be very strategical about the mate that I choose, because I already been through those hiccups. And my last relationship was really good. It's just he didn't want marriage and he didn't like the work that I do.
So it was good for you. It wasn't for him.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And so this time I said, okay, well, let me be strategical with what I want, because my goal is not to just get married. I mean, not to just date, but to get married.
Okay.
And when I get married, I want a mate that I can build with. I'm all about legacy building because that's what my parents did.
Okay.
So with whatever mate that I choose or whom we choose each other, I want it to be a relationship where we can also build. Love is nice. And my father gets on me about this all the time, because I said, sometimes you have to treat marriage like a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe I shouldn't choose those words. And I'm working on myself when it comes to that.
That's how you build. You build on businesses and relationships sometimes turn into business adventures. So, I understand.
So I want to be very intentional about my next mate.
Okay. Does he have to be into Islam?
You know what? He does not. It would be nice. It would be nice, but he does not. I want, and a lot of people get on me because they say it's unequally yoked or something. But,
yeah, that's what they say.
But I'm open to if he's not, as long as he respects my religion choice. I definitely respect his.
Okay. What most people don't understand is Christianity and Islam are just two. They walk hand in hand. Basically, it's the same story and whatnot. But religion has separated them. It is what it is. But that unevenly yoked thing, I think that comes down to the practices.
Gotcha.
Because Christianity, some Christians, not all, this is a blanket statement, don't study and they don't have real physical discipline.
And that's what I didn't like. They were very lukewarm. And I know that the work that I do in the community, I'm going to need a man that's not going to, and that's another thing. I work with a lot of men. I'm around a lot of men.
Okay.
So whatever man that I choose, he's going to have to be comfortable with that. And that may present a problem. And then I also have to know that, okay, if he say, you might have to maybe work in a different way, I guess, I would have to respect and honor that.
Okay. So you're willing to adjust?
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe that's been my problem, because I'm too easily to adjust.
Well, it depends on what you want. If you really want a man, I don't see anything wrong with adjusting yourself. You have to do it for yourself, because if you do it for your man, then it is not going to last and it's going to be a struggle. But if you are willing to adjust yourself for yourself to achieve the goal that you want to achieve, which is a long-lasting relationship or whatnot, I don't see anything wrong with that. No, I'm pretty sure no real dude's gonna see a problem with that.
Well, I ain't found one yet, and I'm amongst a lot of men.
Well, like I said, in the mosque, they notice. They know when I was in the mosque, you couldn't help but notice. And the sisters, they talk to each other. And then, they'll go, or like the elder sisters or whatnot, they would, like, let's say you wanted a certain dude. You got your eye on a dude, but you're not going to approach him. You would tell the sisters, and the sister, at least that's the way it worked 30 years.
Well, that's what one of the sisters said. She said that it does work something similar, because I was asking questions too. How does that work? And it does work something similar to that. Yeah. And so I have to get used to that as well.
Which I think is good, because you not only find out about your man, you also develop a bond with whomever the sister that you went through.
Even outside of the mosque, though, I'm surrounded by a lot of men. You know what I mean? And I'm like, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not approachable? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I kind of second guess myself, because why am I single? It's been 5 years.
Well, I noticed a change in the atmosphere. Nowadays, women are more aggressive. Women pretty much go after what they want. I don't know if you display masculine energy or not, as far as, you a strong, independent black woman or so forth and so on. I don't know that part about you. But if you do, then that kind of feeds into the atmosphere that a man will sit back, a dude will sit back and just wait for you to approach him.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. Shoot.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the atmosphere, though.
Not saying that I'll be friendly and open, but to actually approach a man, I want him to want me.
Okay. So you want a strong man?
Yes.
That's accepting of children? Do your children play an important factor in your choice of men?
No.
Okay.
They don't, and I love my children, and they know they mama. They mama is going to do what they mama want to do.
Okay.
And they're very respectful of that. Okay. They're very respectful of that. They never have tried to interfere in my relationships. And I think that's what made it easy when he was there. They were, not saying they were saints, but they were pretty good children. Okay. Well, that's and also, I let my son, I think he was in 8th grade, I allowed him to go live with his father. Okay. So at one point, it was just me and my daughter. You know what I mean? But yeah, my children, and I'm thankful for that. That they're not the type that interfere in my relationship.
Well, that's good. So men, listen up. You don't have to worry about interference from the children. They're grown anyway. So and out the house. So that's one less worry you have to worry about. I know you're in the mosque, but I've seen this happen. Would you date outside your race?
I have before, to be honest with you, when I was in Ohio.
As an adult, right now, would you do it again?
I'm not. It would be hard. I prefer a black man.
Oh, okay.
My preference is a black man. Not that I have anything against the others. I prefer. Okay. I prefer a black man.
Okay. All right. So the color chart is still on the table. You heard it. I don't know how that's going to work and the mosque, but
they don't. Yeah,
they don't what?
I haven't seen a white and a Mexican in the mosque, so I'm not sure how that might work for the gentleman that. I don't know. That should be interesting, but
yeah, yeah. Well, now, so I have seen a dude and a female that look white. But they were mixed.
Oh, okay, and that could be it. I'm not sure.
Well, I've seen two when I was going, and that's it.
I only seen 2 as well.
Oh yeah.
Same people.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, as far as the men go, preferably black.
Preferably black.
Is there an age preference?
Yes. Either my age, 45 to 55.
Okay.
I usually date up. My last relationship, he was 50. Another gentleman that I was talking to, he's 52. So anywhere between 45 and 55.
Okay. You got the age. The age. You have a physical preference: light skin, tall, short, fat, anything.
I do not.
Nope.
I'm more on chemistry.
Okay.
Chemistry ain't there. It ain't gonna work.
Okay. Well, you have to get
Chemistry make you look good anyways. To me, I don't date it fat, skinny, dark, light.
Now let me say this. With that mentality, usually the female doesn't really is not really into physical appearance herself. As far as going to the gym or keeping the hair done, nails done, and stuff like that. Is that your preference because you don't care
No, I care.
about yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that was another thing when I became very intentional about dating. I wanted to lose weight, because I wanted to be prepared
Okay.
when I meet my spouse. So yes, I like to take care of myself because I feel good.
Okay. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Okay. Would you date somebody shorter than you?
I prefer not to.
Okay. Okay. So the field is wide open. Yeah, it's wide open. You just have to deal with other men until y'all become established, and then she's willing to adjust her lifestyle. Okay.
Correct.
Have you ever been with a woman?
No.
No
Ain't thought about it. Don't want it. That's why I would open myself to other races if I can't find the black man that I want.
Okay, so with Islam, not saying that it's women on women, but it's a possibility that you may have a man that has another woman.
And it's so funny that you said that. So I actually, at one point, thought about that.
Okay.
I did, because there was a brother that I liked who was Islam, and he made it and my ex, I knew that he loved women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I actually thought about it. I really, really did think about it.
Okay.
But the only thing that changed my mind, I had to be honest with myself. And I was very honest with myself. And I would probably get jealous. And I said, that's not right. And let me not enter into something. And then in the middle of it, I'm mad now because they clicking. You know what I mean? So I had to be honest with myself, because I thought hard about that thing. I was really, really, really thinking hard about it.
Okay. All right. We are at the halfway mark already. So we're going to take a little break, a little intermission, and I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be right back with more questions for Miss Selina. Y'all stay tuned. All right, and we are back. Thanks for tuning in. It's the AV Experience Podcast, and we're talking with Miss Selina today. Do you mind about your last name? I can't remember.
Campbell.
Your last name? No.
Oh,
well, I guess you don't mind.
Oh, no.
So we are here with Miss
How's she
Selina
gonna
Campbell. Yeah, all right. And let's get back to it.
Okay.
The second part, I'm going to ask you, does financial income play a part in your relationship, in your man's status?
Yes and no. Of course, I want him to have a job.
Okay.
I would prefer him to be stable in his employment. However, like salary, no, it doesn't matter.
So
Hell, I don't even make that much, so I make it work though.
Okay. So you good with money management?
Absolutely.
What if he's not and he's making $45,000 a year?
To me, 45 is fine, but poor money management, to me, that's a no-go.
No-go.
That's a no-go.
He's maintaining, though. He has his own apartment, and he's living check to check. That's cool?
As long as he can support himself without me, and we ain't married yet, so how can I tell him how to spend his money? But as long as he's financially stable, I'm fine.
Okay, so with a woman, when it comes to women, men spend. I mean, whether it's going out to dinner, lunch, breakfast, or whatever men spend. Most women like to be showered with gifts or whatnot. Most women require monetary gain when it comes to picking a man. So if he's living check to check and he's just maintaining for himself, you're still okay with that?
The only way I wouldn't be okay is if we were to get in a relationship, because I've had this happen before, and
Well,
maintain.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all
like,
in a relationship.
Oh, we're in a relationship, and I would like for him to be able to put some money to the side, and you know what I mean, and to prepare. But my thing is, when we're together, I want us to grow together collectively.
Okay.
Or at least I don't mind that. Again, because I come from that type of upbringing.
Okay.
Neither one of my parents made great money, but they made decent, and we lived a great life because they were able to build together. The financial part is not so important. It's can we work together to accomplish something?
Okay. So would you set your activism aside for his future building projects or whatnot? I'm
not compromising on that because I feel like that's what my purpose is.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Men don't have to worry about money. That's a big thing because, most relationships crumble over finances.
No, I'm about legacy building. I would rather build a legacy. And that was another reason why I didn't want to do the polygamy thing or polyamorous thing is because I feel I go hard in my activism, okay?
Okay.
And then sometimes there's a possibility I could lose my life. And I'm not willing to build all of that. And that's why I said the selfishness comes in part of it. And I know it is.
Okay.
I'm not finna build and risk my life and then she get to enjoy it. That's just not gonna work.
Okay.
And I was very honest with myself about that because I really, really, really thought about it. And to me, that's the selfish part of me, and I can accept that. But I'm not willing to risk my life and build a empire, and then she get to eat off of it because she stayed at home and cooked and cleaned and treated us well.
Okay. But, that's the whole point of poly.
I
is
agree.
To build legacies and build fortunes and build period. But you're not with it.
I'm not with that part, no. And again, that's the selfish part of me.
Okay. So with your activism, because you're very passionate about it. Very. I noticed on your social media that you were involved in situation that happened. I'm not familiar where it happened, but you were involved heavily. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. So there was a mother and her son, 16 years old. This happened in Ellerby in Rockingham area.
Okay. Oh, that's right down the road now.
Yes. So she went to go deliver a package. She's contracted for Amazon.
So she wasn't driving the Amazon.
Correct. She was just driving her personal vehicle.
Okay.
And when she went to deliver the package, she went to the wrong address. Okay.
Okay.
And so when she went to the wrong address, the gentleman, I guess came outside, or they were looking outside, and she was saying like, "Is this the correct address?" I'm trying to, but they didn't say nothing. So then she was gonna get out the car. Thank God her son was with her. He said, "Mama, don't do that. Look how they looking at you." So she decided just to leave.
Okay.
Thank God for her son. So she decided to leave. But then the gentleman came out to the road and shot at her car. He came out to the road.
Was it a private road? Because not giving up my location or anything, but I'm out here, and it's hard to mistake my stuff from my neighbor's stuff. So was it a neighborhood or was it rural area?
That's a great question. To be honest with you, I didn't go to where she lived to see if it was.
Okay. No, him, the dude that was shooting.
Both, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he came out to the road and shot at the car, and I didn't realize it went through her, the back of her window, as well as her, the tail end where the lights are. Yeah, the trunk.
Okay. But she wasn't hit.
She was not hit, thank God. And when we were going there, we were like, this could be a funeral.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And what made us upset is when they did bring him in, because they did, he was wrong. They brought him in, but they held him for something very minimum, like shooting in an occupied vehicle. And his bond was like $200. But mind you, it was some young brothers down there did the same thing. They gave them no bond.
Of course.
So that's what we were upset at, you know. Treat them just like you would anybody else. We want 2 counts of murder or attempted murder, excuse me. Yeah.
And you were actively involved in that. I seen the photos. That's all. I just seen photos. Now I don't know how, you know, in depth you were with the whole situation or nothing. I just seen photos with I think it's the attorney or another activist.
Correct. So I got the call. I work with a national activist, Mr. John C. Barnett.
Okay.
I am his administrative assistant. Okay. So I work with him on a lot of different cases.
Gotcha. But
when it comes to mothers, black mothers and children, that's my sand in the line. Don't play with mamas, don't play with kids.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so with this particular case, I wanted to be involved.
Okay.
Because I used to deliver. I used to do DoorDash. And one of the reasons why I never did come out to the country is because I'm not used to this environment. And that was one of the things that I would be afraid of. And so when I was working on him with this one, I was like, I want to be involved.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Richmond County and Rockingham. So I would drive down there. We worked heavily with the new, and that's another thing. When it comes to stuff like this, it was hard to get the news out there. And thank God for black media. That's why I like what you're doing too. My brother Shank Rock, he does a lot of blogging and things of that nature. So it was me, him, and John.
Okay.
So John is the activist. He do the talking. Shank Rock do the
security work.
So as far as security, we have a brother that's with the Black Panther Party. So he does our security.
Okay.
So we got our security, we got John, we got our media, and then we got me.
Okay.
Okay, so.
And what's your role?
My role is to do the administrative part, call the news stations, work with the families, do a lot of the talking, and he had me hosting, you know, the justice rally. So that's my job is the administrative role.
So you are deep. Now, when you came to, I'm going to say Union County, did you get a lot of support from the community?
Hell no. Let me tell you something. The reason why excuse my language, I apologize.
It's all right. It's all right.
The reason why I even got into activism is because I told you I love children. So I came out here. I was one of them black women. You could do anything. Ain't nobody stopping you. And the South taught me difference. Okay? That's when I learned about systematic racism because I tried to open up this daycare, right? The hourly child care. I spent my whole savings. At the time I was working, my background is healthcare administration. I was working in the hospital in Charlotte. Okay. And so I really wanted to get involved providing child care. So I went trying to open up a daycare off of 74. And the city of Monroe threw so much red tape at me. My goodness. They did not want me to open up that daycare because I didn't realize I would be competing with a daycare that was not too far from me. And she was white and she had been established, okay? So I guess I was stepping on some toes. I didn't know that. I'm just trying to do a good thing. Right. So the city of Monroe threw so much red tape at me. And then this last particular time, we tried to get the fire alarm installed. And the guy that installed it, he was like, Miss Campbell, you should be good. You ready to go? I said, no, the fire marshal told me that I still can't open up my doors. He's like, nah, that can't be right. I said, I'm just telling you what he said. Right. So he went to go talk to the fire marshal. And this was a white guy. The fire marshal looked at him. He had chewing tobacco in his mouth. He said, stay out of it. And spit his tobacco out. I said, oh. That's what I'm dealing with.
That was some real Southern stuff right there.
It was. And that's what threw me into activism. Here, that's what threw me into politics. Hated politics. But that's when I started reaching out to the city council, the mayor. At the time Obama, I wrote him. I wrote the governor because I was so pissed. Right. I spent all my savings. I'm a single mother trying to work. All my money gone now. They ran me out until I couldn't spend no more. And so that's what threw me into activism because I seen what my brothers and sisters was dealing with in the South.
Okay.
Again, I wasn't used to that.
Right.
It was a shock. And as far as you saying, have people, no. And I still get a lot of pushback, and I guess because I think differently, you know.
From us, from people that look like us, or
Some
from
people, yeah. A lot of it, and I hate to say it, a lot of it comes from, people that look like us. And it's maybe because I'm the new kid on the block. I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What about the men? Men give you pushback, or is it mostly women?
Men have come along to help me. And I'm so thankful for my brothers.
Okay.
I am thankful for my brothers. And maybe that's why I'm able to climb as I'm doing it, because they may see I'm backed by some men. I'm backed by some men.
Okay. Spoke so much about that, I forgot what I was going to... I forgot what we...
Well, no, thank you for asking me about that, because when you say in terms of relationship, no, I'm not willing to give up my activism, because I'm passionate about it and I love it.
Okay.
And I love us, and I know my purpose. And my purpose is to defend our men and protect our children. I'm clear on my mission.
So with that being said, what you just said, you're passionate about us and our children and so forth and so on. How are you open to... I know you said black men are a preference, but you're open to others. How can that be if you're so passionate about us and our situation and our position in society or whatnot?
Would you turn, like, in terms of dating outside of my race?
Right.
He gonna definitely have to be willing to understand the struggle, because it is some white people that go harder than us.
True. That just popped in my head. That is true.
Some white people that go harder than us, and I hate to say it.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the brothers that's running for Congress in District 8, Kobe Watson, I ain't know this man from a can of paint. He came and sat on my table talk. We talked. He wanted to be part of the justice rallies, okay? He came out there when I couldn't get some of us to come out there.
Okay, and it's a white guy.
And it's a white guy.
Okay.
So it's some of them that's willing to go hard.
And that is true. Let me get back on the men. Blended families go. You have two older children. Would you date a guy that has children?
I knew that was coming.
And younger children, let's say,
That was coming too.
Yeah.
I would prefer that he not have younger children.
Why?
Because I know that as being part of the blended family, I feel like it's part of my responsibility to be able to assist with those children.
Right.
If they need to go to after, because I'm a hands-on type of mother, and I knew what I did for my children, and I know with him coming with those, and he may not make me obligated, but part of me will make myself obligated because they are children.
Right.
And that will take away some of my time with what I want to do with my activism.
Okay.
And I don't want to be selfish in that way to them children or him. Because I'm the type, if he does come with it, I'm going to be friends with their mama, because I believe in blending all of that. You know what I mean? I believe she's going to be part of that family. I believe, so it's going to take a lot out of me that I don't want to give.
So
unfortunately.
Men with children, no, but you expected men to accept you with your children.
And it's so funny. I mean, he was coming with that too, because I had to apologize to my ex for that. Okay. Because that was the first time I understood where he was coming from. Okay.
So from my understanding thus far, you are, I mean, once you get into a relationship, you pretty much play your role. I don't understand. I mean, I don't want to say it's a duty or anything, because you don't have a religious guideline, I guess you could say. Correct. And duties usually come from religious guidelines. But I think growing up in a two-parent household, seeing it, I'm assuming that your mother played her role. Okay. So you don't have a problem playing your role.
No, actually, I prefer it, to be honest with you. That's why I like strong men, because I like male leadership. You know, I like to be guided.
Okay.
And to be supportive. There you go. I like to be supportive of my spouse, mate, or whatever.
Supportive and not submissive. There's a difference.
I don't mind being submissive.
Okay. All right.
I don't mind being submissive.
So, men, you heard it. She's explained herself to you and what she's looking for. No children.
He can have children. I don't mind children. Just I prefer them to be older and out the home.
Gotcha.
You know.
Okay. No young children. No baby mama drama.
Definitely not that.
Okay. You don't have to make a lot of money, but you have to maintain. You have to know how to money manage, I guess you could say.
Correct.
You have to be understanding of her position in the community.
Correct.
That's no compromise on that.
No compromise on that.
Okay. Are you able to have more children?
I am. That's why. Yes, I am, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yes, because I don't want any more. So we have to be very careful. I don't want any more.
Okay.
I'm very stuck. I don't want any more.
Okay, so men.
I don't want any more children. Sorry.
Preferably.
Preferably. We're going to work on that.
Yeah, okay. Can you cook?
I can. And actually, I'm working on becoming a better cook. That's why my table talk was so important to me, because I want to learn how to be a better cook for my spouse. I want to learn how to be a better hostess when we have guests over.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. I can cook. I wouldn't say I'm a great cook, but I'm learning to be better.
Cook, clean. Mm-hmm. You don't want any children, so there's no more nurturing or whatnot.
I'll nurture him. I like nurturing my man.
Okay.
But as far as children, only because I know the responsibility of I'm a mother.
Okay.
And I know that comes with a lot of responsibility. That's the only reason why. And again, I have 2 children by 2 different men. I don't want no third one.
Gotcha.
So I'm very clear on that.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to your life and being disciplined, I know you said the men in the mosque are disciplined, or the religion of Islam is disciplined. Do you need motivation to be disciplined?
I do. And I can be self-disciplined, don't get me wrong, but I would prefer that I have a spouse that will help motivate me, because with my work, it can get hard sometimes emotionally. So sometimes I may need a little pick-me-up, you know?
To me, it sounds like you're already a leader. To be an activist, you have to take it upon yourself to get out there and put yourself in the line of fire, basically. And from my understanding, you got started by yourself because you got mad, basically.
Correct.
So why would you say that you need motivation? Or are we talking about specific areas in your life that you want to be motivated in? All
areas. Because so this journey of activism is a journey. It's a journey. Like, I'm still learning as I go. And part of my learning is that this work can be very emotionally draining.
Okay.
And let's be real, it can be dangerous, right? So I kind of fell in a depression doing all of this by myself, because literally I'm solo dolo when I do this, like, for real.
Gotcha.
And so it can get draining. So and again, when I did have my ex who didn't like the work, he couldn't motivate me when I was down. He couldn't motivate me because he didn't want me to do it. So yes, I need someone who's gonna say, baby, it's all right. You're gonna be all right. Get up, go walk, go exercise, work on how you eating. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that that's gonna pick me back up.
So the ideal man would be not necessarily an activist,
no,
but empathetic man to the community, basically.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. He ain't got to get in there with me, but just empathize with what our community is going through, because we're going through a lot.
Okay, so do you have, do you have a preference in the let me give you this example.
Okay.
You have some men that are strong physically, don't mind getting their hands dirty, getting up under a car, planting a garden, or any, stuff like that. And then you have men, strong men, that are about, well, I'm gonna make enough money to where I can pay for all of this stuff. Which do you prefer?
I prefer ones that can work with their hands.
Okay.
I've been through the ones who, I got enough money, I can go pay somebody to do it.
Okay.
But to me, I just find it attractive a man that's good with his hands. It's just
Okay.
attractive to me. So I would prefer a man that can, if I say, baby, the kitchen sink is, something wrong with the kitchen sink. Can you go look at it? And he can actually go do that.
Right. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Good deal. So we are coming up on our hour
Oh, wow.
already.
That
Yeah.
was quick.
Yep. Good conversation.
Yeah,
Time flies when you're
absolutely.
having fun, basically.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I would like for you to tell the people, tell the men how to get in contact with you, something that I neglected to ask you and you answer or whatever. So a bit of piece of information about yourself that you think is vital to your search or...
Well, listen, I'm not hard to find. You can find me on social media very easily. I'm very transparent.
Wait a minute, what's your name on social media so they can know?
It's Selina Campbell. That's my name on social media. You can find me on all social media under Selina Campbell. Again, I'm very transparent, I'm very authentic, I'm very honest, and I'm very open. And I hope that's a good thing for you, because I'm willing to tell you the truth if it's something that I like or dislike. I'm not hard to get along with. Actually, I'm very easy, but I'm big on respect, because I'm gonna respect you, so I want you to respect me. If you hit me in my inbox, I'm open to responding. And for those that I may not be interested in, I hope that you're not offensive when it comes to rejection.
Usually, when people meet initially, usually they're trying to impress the other person. Is that when a man meets you, are you the type of person that introduces their representative?
I am authentically myself, and I would prefer that you are too.
And you heard it. I asked it, you heard it, and that's the way it is. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the AV Experience podcast. And thank you for coming in. And
Thank you
joining us.
for inviting me. I really enjoyed this. I was nervous, but it was an easy conversation.
Thank you. So for my future guests, keep that in mind. It's relaxed over here.
It is very relaxed.
And until next time, thank you. It's the AV Experience podcast. Peace.